What is the cringiest thing you've ever done to impress your crush?
Is it guys focused or girls focused?
Neither.
Neither?
Yeah, unfocused. Just
unfocused?
Just crushes.
Non-binary embarrassment. Love it.
Yeah, this is just crushes regardless of what you are.
Equal opportunity shame.
Could be a guy, girl, they, squirrel, elephant, butthole. Okay, anyways. Welcome to the show, baby.
That's debatable, I guess. Hi,
That's
I'm
right.
Corey.
And I'm Nick.
And your guys' names are insert blank here.
Welcome back to the show. Thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. And if you want to see the full uncut and uncensored version.
Well, it's if you guys want early access to these podcasts, you're going to go over to our Patreon, link down below. And you guys like us doing commentary on stuff. You're going to love our movie and show commentary, which you can find at Nick and Corey YouTube channel. And also the full uncut and uncensored version of those also on our Patreon.
And if you want to listen to this podcast on audio while you drive and you're drifting on the streets trying to avoid traffic, check it out on Spotify, Amazon, or Apple. Let's get into it. Dressed as Edward Cullen and quoted Twilight at her, replacing Bella's name with hers, and gave her a card and flowers and chocolate.
The flowers and chocolate's nice, but you're just going to scream quotes from Twilight at someone?
And you dress up as a character from the story.
How do you dress up as Edward? Just like shirtless, but like glitter?
How do you get more
That's
pale?
weird.
Can you?
Yeah, how do you get more pale? You put on like
clown makeup.
You just get like baby powder rubbed all over your body.
Just throw glitter and just
baby
run
powder
through
and glitter. It's like a car wash, but the opposite. Just get dusted.
Tar and feathering to be Edward Cullen.
Jesus. And then you scream. I don't even know a quote from the movie where they say Bella. All I know is he's just like, Bella, no. But it's like whatever her name is. Imagine her name is
from Twilight. We've seen all of the Twilights, and I've literally suppressed it all. All I remember is 40 minutes per movie of them staring at each other going.
Imagine just like a random line that he said. It's not even like a really romantic one. It's just like, Bella, I could never hurt you. But it's, you have to replace it with like something else while he's dressed as Edward Cullen, saying it in like a monotone bad boy voice, being like, imagine her name is like Samantha. Just a very like...
That sounded insulting to Samantha's.
A very like, nyeh voice. Being like, Samantha, I would never hurt you. My vampiress.
Take these flowers and chocolate, please. Please, one crumb of I just want one crumb.
Ew.
All right, this is a good one. My friend once lifted his leg above his head. My crush thought it was impressive, so I attempted it and not only failed, but let out an ear-ripping fart, which I am sure everyone in a 10-mile radius could hear.
If you have to lift up your leg to fart, and then you fart louder than you ever farted before...
I don't think they intentionally wanted to fart. They wanted to impress their crush. They wanted to hit them with one of these yoga poses where they wrap this around their head and just...
It's like you're a human tuba.
Yeah. A pooba.
Yeah, pooba.
I made a girl called Debbie a mixtape I made. This was in the late 80s when they were a thing. Midway through the side 2, I added my own bit of spoken word poetry to try to win her over. Something along the lines of... As the music fades away, Debbie, we make sweet, sweet music of our own.
Ew.
I gave it a couple of weeks to sink in, then called her. Hey, Debs, did you listen to...
A few weeks to sink in. That's so funny. Imagine you get anyone a gift for any occasion. You're like, okay, happy birthday.
3 weeks pass.
Weeks later, hey how'd you feel about your birthday?
What'd you think of the gift? I gave it a couple of weeks to sink in, then called her. Hey, Debs, did you listen to the tape I gave you? No, I gave it to my brother to listen in his barrack room.
Oh, God.
In a barracks. Her brother was in the RAF regiment, a notorious bunch of hairy-arsed, gun-toting hard types with wispy mustaches. And somewhere, in a barrack room in the south of England, a dozen hairy-arsed types with wispy mustaches are hearing me say, as the music fades away, Debbie, we make sweet, sweet music of our own.
I got it the first time. You didn't have to say it twice.
And the last line crushes me. I gave up on Debbie.
She gave up on you, dude.
Dude, that's so funny.
At no point did I ever get the inclination that Debbie liked this guy. First off, it took you weeks to get a response.
Yeah, that's poop.
Even somebody who's like, oh, I got you a fruitcake. Well, they'd be like, thanks. Oh, it was so delicious. Oh, I could hardly eat another bite. But no.
My garbage disposal just couldn't swallow all of it.
3 weeks later, you had to go and ask about your gift. If I got you a gift for Christmas and you didn't tell me anything for like 4 weeks.
I'd ask you why the got me a gift for Christmas. One, because we're Jewish. And 2.
Be like, hey, how'd you like my Christmas gift? It's like, dude, it's like January 20th. I don't care anymore. But then beyond that, she said, no, I didn't even listen to it. I gave it to my brother. Why
would you give your
what reason would
mixtape?
The brother in the military, what reason would they have to want this mixtape?
Yeah.
Yeah, harder, daddy.
That was a good callback. Bless you, Corey.
No, so like imagine that conversation Debbie had with her brother. Be like, hey, this weirdo gave me a mixtape. Ugh, I know. By the way, can you just take this? He's like, what am I gonna do with a mixtape for Debbie, my little sister?
We just listen to it. You probably have nothing else to do in the barrack anyways.
Do you think the brother was like, oh my god, thank you so much. I've been looking for this. It's
yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah, definitely. I think the RAF is like Irish military or something.
Yeah, the fact that you kept saying arse.
Arse.
That is an Irish
gives away.
calling card.
My first date ever in a cinema watching some crappy movie. I wanted to smoothly yawn, stretch, and put my arm around her. I ended up hitting her in the face with my elbow.
Oh, God.
16-year-old me never quite recovered from that. I'm imagining you're just out on the date. She's sitting over here.
You go to do the arm maneuver.
Oh, bam! Right in the fucking kisser. She's sitting there like, ow, what the
That would be really hard to recover from. You're in the middle of the movie. It's not the beginning because you know this guy at 16 was nervous. So he had to wait like halfway through the movie to make a move. He probably like was like trying to like touch pinkies and it didn't quite reach.
Like slowly just
then like maybe like
it.
try to share the armrest, but like she moved her arm away. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna just go for it. Put your arm around them, just elbowed her right in the eye socket, and then she's like screaming in the theater.
Would you double down
deal
and
with
just
that.
elbow again harder to knock her out?
No. Why? What is wrong with you?
Just stop the screaming. It ends with us, Corey.
You're gonna be on a list at some point.
I'm kidding.
I don't know. I don't think this is something that like, you can't recover from. I think if you accidentally elbow someone in the face in the movie theater, you're gonna get over the situation fast. Either she's gonna walk out and you're done for good.
Yeah.
Or she'll be like, that hurt, but it was obviously an accident. Who elbows someone in the eye on purpose in the middle of the movie?
You have to play it off.
If she's still there watching the movie, then like you can recover from it.
It's just a tough recovery.
It's just like
you've killed whatever mood didn't exist to begin with.
Yeah, I can't see this being one of those situations where it's like she's super happy about it. Be like, oh my god, he touched me.
You don't think she's excited?
No. Like if a girl spit on a guy when he's 16, be like, oh my god, you gave me attention. I love it. But if
that's down horrendous.
Yeah, but if a guy elbows a girl in the face, I don't think she'll have the same reaction.
A little less impressive.
People are awkward at that point. I could see her being like, well, it could be worse.
He didn't take me to a movie. Better than a first kiss, maybe.
Better than my stepdad.
Oh my god. I learned to play the fucking bagpipes.
Yeah, you shouldn't learn to play the bagpipes for a crush.
You shouldn't do anything that's significantly out of your own norm for a crush, because that's just like, I don't know. Imagine you have a crush on someone that's like a motorcyclist.
What person told this poor girl guy, man, bagpipes, whoo, get me wet?
Maybe they're Irish. I don't know.
I don't think even Irish people get wet from bagpipes. It's like the national instrument. It's like us hearing. Have you ever gotten horny at the thought of the national anthem?
Oh, now that you said
no. Say, can you see?
Oh, say, can you not? No.
If you're Irish out there, like I understand nationalism and all that, but
do bagpipes make anyone horny? I understand a guitar, piano, but bagpipes?
yeah, piano is like a classy gentleman kind of thing.
Bagpipes?
Guitar is like bad boy type.
No.
Drums is bad boy type. Bagpipes?
No, I hate on bagpipes because I do think they sound pretty cool, but they look fucking weird. It's like you have a big sack that has pipes sticking out of it.
I'm gonna say this: if you play a blowing instrument besides the saxophone is the exception. If you play a blowing instrument, you do not have the rule of cool.
You don't?
No, I'm sorry. It's just a talent.
I think a trumpeter, dude.
It's a talent. And you can go far with that talent, but just saying I'm a trumpeter doesn't evoke the same as I'm a guitarist or I'm a pianist.
Probably give some mean cunnilingus.
But like, if you say a saxophone, that's different. Saxophone has its own
saxophone
level.
Is sexy,
saxophone
dude.
is probably the sexiest instrument.
Yeah, saxophone is sexy.
Any other blowing instrument?
Saxophone,
yeah. But no, if you play like the flute, or God forbid the
Hey,
recorder,
don't hate the flute, bro.
recorder.
That's what I play.
The recorder
man.
has opposite of whatever riz you would get from
the
playing
recorder.
instrument.
You might as well play a skin flute if you play the recorder.
But no, don't play the bagpipes for your crush. Learn any other talent. At that point, learn magic so you can just poof
Magic
yourself
tricks
away.
or Magic the Gathering?
Yes.
Okay.
Either way, you are not getting anywhere with this person.
I bought her a laptop on our first date. What is this guy? The fucking IT support?
What would possess you to buy IT support?
Hey,
All right, so
I
I'm
think
gonna
your
replace
computer's
this
not
for you.
working, so I'm gonna get you a new laptop. Here you go.
He didn't say it was a good one. Maybe he bought her a one and then replaced the one that she had that was good. It was a grift.
That's terrible.
It was a grift of a date.
Swap. Hey, let's swap this out. You got a new MacBook? Here's a $200 Chromebook.
Ooh. No, what would possess someone to buy a laptop for someone on the first
Being fucking
date?
down horrendous and not knowing how to go on a date.
Oh my god.
That's just sad.
We talked this in the past about like splitting the check and all that stuff. If you go on a first date with someone and their idea of a date is you buying things for them, that is a terrible first date. Get the
That sounds horrible.
It's different if you're
into that and you're offering it.
not even that. It's different if you go on a date and you offer to buy the experience of what you're doing. Like, let's say you go to a museum and you pay for the tickets, or you go to a restaurant and you pay for the bill. That's different. I still think that it should be equal, but that's besides the point. If you want to go and pay for both of your shares of that experience, that's one thing. If you go shopping for them on a first date where you don't know anything about them, you are down bad. You are a pay pig. You are a sugar daddy, but with less respect.
Unless you're into that.
You're a sugar
Do you think
cousin.
there's anything wrong with sugar cousin? Ugh, that sounds awful. But do you think there's anything wrong with that if you like that?
Yes, I think there's a lot wrong with that.
If you like that, no, genuinely, you get off. Say you make
That's not a relationship.
$1 million a year, right? You get off. You are sexually attracted to buying girls' shoes. Just saying. What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with
Are
it?
you causing any harm?
Yes.
To who?
To your future family that will have zero money left.
I don't know if you're gonna have a family
To
with that.
the respect of this person who will never respect you other than your money. You condition people that way. You condition them. If every time you saw me, I gave you a golden watch, at some point you'd be like, hey man, where's my new watch?
You
or
know.
like, hey, how about like,
True.
you want to pay for my dinner? You're so rich.
You establish a certain relationship, yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe you want that. I don't think it's good.
Why
Not
would
for me.
you want that?
We don't get it, bro.
I feel like the kind of people that want that are the people that don't feel like they can rely on their social skills.
That's sad.
It's sad, exactly. I don't think you can buy your way out of into a relationship with someone. So that's why I think it's
you
wrong.
can.
No. You can buy your way into a pay pig.
DiCaprio dating 25-year-old supermodels?
That's more the fame than it is the money.
Money's a big part of it, bro. He's worth like
Obviously,
half
it
a
comes
bill.
with it, but like it's fame. You're dating Leonardo DiCaprio. You're not dating some
I
random
thought
crypto
Leonardo
guy.
DiCaprio's cock.
There's absolutely crypto people that are richer than Leonardo DiCaprio, but you don't see them being like fawned over by half of the population.
Yeah, because they get killed. Give me your code. Give me your crypto bank account, bitch, or I'll kill your family. Hey, you don't have a family? Oh, you're alone? No.
You don't see Leonardo DiCaprio freaking out
Figures.
if someone throws a USB over the boat. It's like,
US
that's my entire net worth.
I stabbed myself in the leg pretending I knew how to wield swords. We both worked in a kitchen. The fillet knife went 3 inches into my quad.
Ow. 3 inches?
That's really deep.
What were you doing with a fillet knife thinking that you knew how to use swords? What?
A fillet knife is like this big, dude. Like the whole blade. I don't know how the
Ending like he knows how to use sword. Was this like a vast matey? Hiya.
How did you stab yourself?
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Oh, leg.
Did you throw
my
it up
femoral
and, like,
artery?
catch it with your fucking thigh? Dude, that is so... Some people's thighs aren't even 3 inches deep. I imagine most are. But like, dude, that is
You think
balls
this
deep in
guy's
the thigh.
This guy is like incredibly skinny. Like doesn't ever work out his legs or like do anything. They're just like atrophied. He threw a knife up into the air. It went through his whole leg. It's like it went 3 inches deep, past my leg.
Dude, I guess that's deeper than some people have been penetrated.
Don't do dangerous things for your crush. No girl,
You want to impress him, man.
no girl that I know is like, oh my god, he just did this death-defying trick and only
Holy
got
shit.
lightly maimed. Wow, my hero.
That's just testosterone, like Animal Kingdom dance to impress your mate. Like,
it literally feels like kindergarten
it's
behavior.
like Oonga Boonga.
but like into adults. It's, oh my god, he pulled my hair. He must like me. Oh my god, he just did a backflip off of a moving bus.
It's that whole like,
Wow, what a badass.
it's legit testosterone driven. Like, I'm going to impress my crush by doing this feat that's going to make me look stupid as and she's not going to care anything about it at
no.
all.
This is one of those things of women saying this is why women live longer than men.
Oh, yeah.
It's what part of you juggling steak knives and then sheathing them into your meaty leg?
Sheathing them into your leg. Me.
What about that is going to make a girl be like, yeah, this guy could be a great father to my kids.
Yeah, this is my mate for life.
I really see stability and
intelligence
caution.
here.
Yeah.
This is a good future.
I could see this person raising a very productive member of society.
Good future for my unborn children right here.
Yeah.
Maybe he can fillet their brains out.
What says security more than knives in legs?
You can run with scissors all you want because it's not going to be as bad as filleting your own thigh. I tried to impress my crush by pouring a glass of orange juice into my mouth while laying on my back. This is the first half of it, but
This sounds lame so far.
why is...
This is like the setup to the worst magic trick in the world. It's like, all right, for my first trick, I will jump.
Off of a roof and die.
I will be pouring a glass of orange juice in my mouth while laying down.
Here's where they failed. Instead, I poured it all into my eyes. It burned like hell, but must have worked because she married me regardless. So it actually worked. I don't think that's the part that worked, but...
Something profit? How? First
This
off,
is question mark profit.
how did it work? How did you aim to drink orange juice on your back and it got in your eye?
Wait, yeah, what part of drinking orange juice while laying on your back is impressive?
There's something missing from this. Is like, was someone pouring it from like on top of a ladder? Were you just trying to drink it out of a cup while on your back? Lots of questions here, not a lot of answers.
Yeah, I don't know if I want
Worked
answers for
out
this
somehow.
one. Yeah, I mean,
I want to hear
they
from her
made it.
perspective, being like, he was available.
Had a strong trust fund back.
It was
then.
either the guy with orange juice in his eyes or the guy that beats women.
The options are great. I tried to impress a girl by putting heavy rocks in a wagon and lifting it up a hill. I then tried to roll it down and watch the wagon roll furiously into her bike near the bottom of the hill.
Excellent, Sisyphus. Excellent.
I think once again this falls directly into that. The last three actually, the knife filleting yourself,
Lots of these
the
are
orange
oonga
juice in your
boonga.
eyes.
Yeah.
It's stupid like testosterone triggered. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this feat of excellence to impress my mate.
I want to see some of these that are like not physically dominant. I want to see a guy being like, yeah, I hacked the White House.
Yeah, I hacked the White House and Trump won the presidency.
Yeah, I really like this girl and she was failing math class. So I hacked in and instead of changing her grades, I blackmailed her teacher.
Is that overachieving?
I don't know. It got the same result.
Failing uphill. I learned 4 chords on a guitar. I then
It's so little.
damn, bro, that's some hatred. I then played a song on the guitar to a girl. The guitar needed tuning. I needed practice. And at the end, she patted my shoulder and walked away. That's so sad, dude.
That's a sad pity pat.
It's like
The pity pat.
you listen, bud. You gave it a try.
No one wants a pity pat.
Bye.
Oh God.
That just hurts, dude.
It's better than her just not saying anything, but the pity pat is just you
That's
break.
the opposite of turned on.
I assume this guy never touched a guitar again.
Yeah, this may have scarred him. He has guitar trauma now.
Well, first, he should have tuned it. Like, if you're learning to play a song guitar, the first thing you do is you tune the guitar.
Should have tuned his hands first.
Yeah, if you're practicing the chords and you were listening to the YouTube video, I assume.
Is 4 chords nothing?
It's literally the most basic of
It's literally being able to strum 4 different...
Chords means that it's multiple notes at the same time that make a single sound melodically. But
Is that even one song?
4 chords, yeah, a lot of songs are 4 chords, just repeated over and over.
Okay.
Like a lot of most popular songs are, pop
Okay.
songs specifically.
So you can play a song with 4 chords.
Oh, for sure. The thing is, a single chord is not hard. Like some chords are literally like one finger on it's a guitar. It's like one finger on one fret,
And you just strum
and
it.
you just strum the rest of the strings. It's really easy.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 1 or 2 chords that are hard to use as like a beginner.
Yeah.
And like switching between them is hard. But like, I won't say hard, but hard for a beginner.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you're listening to someone play a song, you're like, hey, I learned these 4 chords from YouTube, and it taught me how to play, I don't know, Womanizer by Britney Spears. Probably not a great song to impress my crush, but, you know.
Womanizer and a guitar?
But they're going to sound different. You hear the song and the chords on the YouTube video, and you play it, and you're like, what? Why did mine sound awful? Oh, I must just be bad.
Probably because you're and have an untuned guitar. Invited a girl to feed ducks with me.
It's cute.
Then invited dozens of others to pretend that it wasn't a date.
Ew.
Nobody accepted. No ducks were fed. Rip, dude.
This guy invited a girl to feed ducks, which is a cute date idea.
Up though, don't feed wild animals, man. They become dependent on that.
Well, no, it could be you never know. It could be like a petting zoo type.
You're right, but they probably wanted to go to a pond.
Feeding ducks is like a old people
Listen,
style date.
Ducks
I
are
approve.
stupid as.
Oh, I hate them. But
don't feed random animals.
You
create a
don't
dependence.
know. You don't know that they're random. It could have been a duck farm. Could have been a feed the ducks kind of situation.
Say it's feedable ducks.
Feedable and breedable is what they say.
Who says that about ducks?
You.
Me?
Well, you about
Fuck
you.
a duck?
You about you. You
I'm
are
feedable and breedable?
You're feedable and breedable.
Yeah, I don't know how breeding works with me. If
Ask your girlfriend.
Oh, dude. That's sad, though.
No, it's sad. I imagine this guy, it's got to be like a high school thing.
Yeah.
He invited like his crush. It's got to be a first date where she didn't even know he liked him or he liked her. He invited his crush. She just didn't even respond. He invited his class just to pretend it wasn't a date, which is like, hey, the whole class, you want to come feed ducks with me and watch me sit next to a girl? But it's not a date. Like I would ever ask her on a date. Ew, right?
Hey, Beckett, can we feed ducks like later this week, like on Friday? But it's not a date because I'm inviting like 10 other people.
It's like, ew, girls are kitties. I wouldn't date you if you're the last girl on earth.
But please go.
But like, please come.
Please feed ducks. With
Also,
me.
guys, can you come? So it's like not obviously a date, but like it is, but it's not. You know, it's not
just,
a date.
Okay, listen. If you're gonna step up and ask someone on a date, don't. I personally don't like the idea. I know some people do this. They bring friends to a date. That's
Who?
not good.
No, people don't do this.
I've heard about this.
Troglodytes do that. That is a barbarian, prehistoric
I don't know. So
mentality.
you're scared to meet someone because they're creepy. Usually a girl to a guy.
If you're scared to meet someone,
Don't meet
first
them.
off, don't go.
Just don't go.
But if you're gonna go, I'm not saying like don't ever go on a date. Have your friend like stalk. Don't be there on the date. I'm not gonna say this is like a good life tip, but if you are a girl and you're afraid to go and meet a guy on a date and you go to a restaurant, like a public place,
have your friend sit at a nearby
have your
table.
friend go with another friend so it doesn't look like they're just by themselves. Have two of your friends go and sit at a separate table and never acknowledge you so the person doesn't know that they're your friends unless they stalked you. How
So
would they
they're
know?
just like keeping you safe.
Yeah, they're just there, keep an eye on you.
But like,
that's
who
a
would
great
do
idea.
something in a public place besides like Art the Clown?
What doesn't? It's the vibe. Like the friends can be like, oh, like he seems.
They're just
like he's
keeping you
gonna-
calm.
Yeah, it's just like you know you have a safety net if it doesn't work out. I think that's a good idea.
I actually went on a date before where I later found out that the girl I went on a date with had her friends. She didn't have them. They, without her knowledge, stalked her. But it wasn't wholesome.
Oh, that's shit.
It was really weird.
I'll say this: if I went on a date and at the table like of meeting up with the person I was going to meet, there was like more people, I'd feel like it was an intervention. It would feel
Yeah.
it would feel like
I feel really.
it'd feel like an ambush, and I wouldn't want to be there.
Yeah.
If I later found out it was a date, like it went well, and I later found out that the person I went on a date with said, "Hey, by the way, my friends were there that day watching," I'd be like, "All right." Like, that's
Really?
Yeah.
You wouldn't care?
No, because like if it's a safety thing, I'm totally for it. As long as they're not there interrupting or like making me feel uncomfortable. But if I didn't know about it and they were just there for safety and be like, all right, cool, vibe check passed, moving on. Fine with me. No harm, no foul.
Yeah, I guess I'm not upset by that. If the date goes well, we part our ways.
Yeah.
And
It's very different with them sitting at the table be like, so how much money do you make?
Yeah,
Are you
if-
protecting her from other men that are going to
Yeah.
hit on her?
coming to the date is the worst thing. I would leave. I
Oh,
would
by the
legit
way,
be
are
like,
you going to pay for my friend's food?
Yeah, you could eat some instead.
God, no.
At Valentine's Day, I went to my crush's door to give her roses. I tripped over the welcome mat, broke my nose against the glass, and left a pretty big red spot on the window of the door. It didn't work out anyways.
Aw.
That's just really sad, dude.
No pity pat.
Can you at least oh my god, you ring the doorbell, you're coming up to the door, you're carrying the flowers.
She opens the door, you fall in.
You trip on the mat, smack your face on the door, you're like, oh god, it starts bleeding. She just comes out, goes, it's okay, Scooter.
Pats you on the head, takes
And
the
just
roses, and
leaves.
close the door.
I don't know if she would take the roses, dude. I don't know if she wants a memory of that scene.
Roses are nice. Doesn't have to be attached to the person.
This is sentimental. They did something kind. They in the process. It was an honest.
I
It's
always,
embarrassing as.
when I hear some of these, it makes me feel a little bit odd, like not knowing all the backstory. A
Yeah.
lot of them are like, I did this thing for my crush.
Yeah.
You really shouldn't be doing things for your crush. Simple things that are like anyone would do for a friend is fine, but like
You're trying to set a good impression. What do you mean?
talk to them first. Be like, hey, I'd like to meet you out on a date. By the way, here's flowers now that we met up. Like, hey, you want to go out to dinner? They meet you out for dinner and you have flowers. Totally makes sense.
Establish something.
If you, without them knowing, show up to their front door, be like, hey, I want to take you out. Here's flowers.
Surprise! I'm asking you out on a date.
That's really weird. Or like the last one we were just talking about. Hey, you don't really talk to me at all. In fact, you barely know who I am. You want to go watch me feed ducks. Also, the entire class is going to be here. That's a lot.
Yeah. That is a lot.
Start small.
It's a half fake date.
Try talking first. Be like,
Whoa. Talking?
yeah, be like, hey, my name is blank. What is your name? Wow, I think you're really cool from just checking out your vibe. Do you want to go do this activity?
Dude, in high school, I was like nonverbal. You were not far from it either.
I didn't even try. I was ahead of these guys because I knew I was going to fail. I wouldn't even bother.
I was reading all this and just imagining if I had any cringe. I did have some cringe.
Oh, I absolutely
instances.
had cringe, but I was aware of how cringe I was that I didn't try to.
Exactly.
I didn't exacerbate the cringe.
I was so shy that I knew just give up before you start.
Yeah.
I compromised my life values because of boobs.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
Haven't we all, brother?
What values did you have that you compromised, sir?
That's what I want to know here. This is rather vague, but it's understandable. You know when someone tells you something something super vague, but you're like, that
this
checks
could mean
out.
anything. Is it
Yeah.
Are you a vegan and she's a carnivore for whatever reason? She's like, hey, I'll only go out with you and let you see my tits if you eat meat. And he's like,
Eat this meat right in front of me.
all right, today I'm having barbecue. Or is it like, hey, I've murdered someone and she sent me a pic?
Boobs, man. Boobs, man.
What values? What life values did you compromise?
Boobies, ... question mark, profit. That's where we're at, man.
Hey, I bought a puppy from a puppy mill to see some tits. It's like, what values?
That's definitely been done. 100% been done. Someone's definitely exchanged a puppy for boobs.
Yeah.
I bet we know someone that's done that.
What? Exchanged a puppy for boobs?
In some form. Whether they got a puppy for themselves to then acquire boobs.
No. This is the same thing as the flowers thing. You don't get a puppy for someone you're not dating. If you're already dating someone and you've talked about it and you get them a puppy, you got a puppy.
What if you got a puppy for yourself though?
That's fine.
For the process of getting boobs.
I have heard that people have gotten animals in walkable cities to meet women.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Probably pull major tail. If
I thought about this when I was living in LA and was basically non-social outside of my roommates, if I'd stayed there, I was considering getting a dog just so I could walk around. Yeah, just so I could walk around.
Do you think it could take care of a dog alone though?
Oh yeah.
I think that's too much.
It depends on the kind of dog.
If it's your whole life becomes
if
that.
it's a super needy dog that also is destructive.
All dogs are needy, dude.
No.
Dogs are useless, dude.
No.
Yeah, they need food.
No, you're biased
They need to walk.
No. Base instincts of just animal behavior.
A cat just walks itself. A dog, you have to walk, bro. A dog's a big responsibility.
It is a normal responsibility to take care of anything.
A dog's more responsibility than a cat.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying that I would get a dog to walk.
Fine. You can get a dog to walk.
I would walk a dog.
Fuck you. Don't compromise your dog responsibilities because of boobs.
If I was a shut-in, I feel like a dog would be a nice way to just interact with people.
You're not wrong.
Get socializing.
If you're walking your dog, you're out with let's call him Spot, right? You're walking Spot the dog.
Okay.
They're like, oh, what are you walking out here for? I'm just trying to socialize. Oh, your dog? No, myself.
I feel like if you're trying to socialize your dog, people would be like, oh, okay, I'm staying the in that thing.
No, people. That's common. People take their puppies out so they can become acquainted.
Puppies that cannot harm.
Puppy dog. They're the same
If you take
shit.
a grown dog and be like, hey, I'm just socializing around people.
It's a Rottweiler?
Yeah, they'd be like, they're going to be like, get the away from me.
You go socialize that tree, bro.
No, I was thinking about this. If I got a dog, I at one point really liked Siberian Huskies. I've changed my mind. The new dog.
Do you know how much Huskies need to walk?
Yeah, they're aggressive.
I think it's like 10 miles a day.
They don't bark. They screech.
Howl.
They screech.
They're the most emotional dogs in the world.
Besides labs, I love labs. Besides that, the dog that I would get is an Australian Shepherd.
They're smart as fuck.
Smartest dog I've ever seen.
Yeah. They're also a lot though. You have to run with them a lot.
They're less than a
husky. A husky's a workhorse. I'd probably get either a German Shepherd or a Shiba Inu.
German Shepherds are also a lot of work.
Yeah, but I'm down to be active, bro. They're cute.
When I was working as a lifeguard. This is like a tangent, but one of the guys who worked at the camp is like some higher up guy. He had a Australian Shepherd dog, and
Border Collie. Is that what they are?
No, I think that's different.
Oh, that's different.
But he had this dog, and he was never on a leash. He never gave it any kind of command. He would just talk to it like a human, and it knew exactly what to do.
Did it impress you?
It was so goddamn smart.
Were you like, when I grow up, I want to be like that dog?
This dog was like a Pokemon. Like literally, it would follow him around, listen to him talk, be like, "Hey, can you bring me over some papers?" And it went and grabbed it and brought it over. Or hey, I need you to like go and sit here for a second. Just like, I need to talk to this guy. And just like sat and waited. It's so smartest dog in the world.
Fucking fella. I'm a fan of good dogs. Well-trained dogs that don't smell and don't bark. I love me some good dogs.
Well, smell's not the dog's fault. That's the owner.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's definitely the owner's fault.
No such thing as a smelly dog, just a smelly owner.
I stuffed a half-used roll of paper towels down my pants so she'd know I like her.
So, what? Why? Why would she know? Why would she know that you like her?
Girl, I have boner. Boner means I like you.
That's not a boner. That's a tumor.
That's a semi.
They sound the same, but they're not the same. She's like, what is that in your pants? Are you wearing a diaper? It's like, this is how you know I like you. It's like, are you okay?
I'm bricked.
You need help?
This is just a mud dick.
Oh, a half a roll of...
A half-used roll.
Half-used?
A half-used roll, so like half of a roll. I don't know why it says half-used. That sounds like someone
half-used sounds like
partially
dirty.
wiped up a mess.
Yeah, it's like, all right, so I just spilled some orange juice, but then
So
I didn't have a trash can, so I stuffed it in my pants.
Imagine
that's how she knew I liked her.
That's like a good 50 paper towels, probably.
Yeah, it's like, that's how I met your mother.
Hey.
She saw I made poo-poo in my pants.
She saw I had a 12-inch tumor in my pants, and she just wanted it. She wanted that old meat log.
Whoever told you, whatever reason is that you put paper towels in your pants, they lied, and you've now gotten shamed for it. Congratulations, you fell for it.
This is a good one.
Oh no.
Ate my earwax in elementary school.
Ew!
The response to this is, why did you think that would work? That
What?
This is like, you know those birds that do crazy ass dances in front of each other? It's called like peacocking, I think, or something like that.
Well, peacocking is just the name of it for every kind of person. But
that's what I'm saying. But like, imagine
mating
like
dances.
trying to impress someone. Like, hey, look, I can eat an entire box of crayons.
I think this entire subreddit that we're looking at is that. It's just like doing stupid things to impress people. But yeah, none of these would work. I don't know why they thought it would work.
Babe, look, hold on.
You know what this reminds me of? This is usually this happens with like moms. It's like
What, eating earwax?
No, it's like a mom with like a 6-year-old kid. And the kid will just be screaming, Mommy, look at what I can do. And it's like he just spins around and like spits up in the air and like does a 360 and it lands on his forehead. And he looks to her for approval. Like, see? It's like, that's nice, I guess.
Good job.
Yeah. I don't know what you were trying to do, but I think you did it. That's what this is.
That is what eating earwax is.
Every time you hear, hey, mommy, look what I can do, you know it's some dumbass
do a somersault into a wall.
Yeah. As a parent, if you're ever going to have a kid and you hear those words, just know you're going to glance over and be like, that's nice, dear. Yeah.
I applied to college just because it was his dream school, and I figured we would go there together.
That's romantic. Creepy.
I get it.
Chromantic.
I got in. He didn't. Now I go there. Usurped. Replaced.
I think that kind of happened to me in a way.
Blocked.
I think I kind of did that.
You went to a school?
So when I was younger, like this was 11th grade, literally had no clue what I wanted to do with my life. I still didn't at that point, but like I just didn't really know where I wanted to apply for school, what major I wanted, whatever. And I only applied to like 2 schools.
Yeah.
And one of them I only applied to because I knew that a girl that I liked at one point, like
really in high school?
Yeah, years prior, she told me like that was a school she really wanted to go to.
Which school was this?
Virginia Tech.
Oh, that's why you applied to Virginia Tech?
Yeah, and it's not because like I thought she was gonna go there or anything. It's just like that school
You put it on your radar?
Yeah, it was just like, in my head. Be like, she said it was a good school. I guess I'll apply.
That's why you applied to Virginia Tech?
Yeah, no clue, no reason.
Okay.
I had no other like aspirations for where I wanted to go.
Excellent.
It was that, and then University of Maryland. And I got into both, and I was like, all right, I guess I'm gonna go to the one that is farther from my family.
With this girl that I don't know. Oh, farther from my family. I'm getting the away.
I didn't want to stay home.
Oh no, we're gonna be getting a call 2 weeks later from your mom asking why.
She knew.
Corey's mom calls him out on things he shares on the podcast, and it's so adorable to hear.
Well, because she starts no context. Mom, if you're listening to this, context, please. Don't just start with, did you really say that? I don't know what you're talking about. I can't read your mind.
People mention to me, like people I know in real life that like watch our content, like, hey, this, like you said this, and I'm just like, what the did I say? I've probably filmed like 500 to 1,000 videos with like literally thousands of hours of content. I don't know what the I don't even know what I said last week.
It's also one of these things that sometimes people confuse us. Somehow we say our names at the beginning of every we film, but sometimes people confuse us and they're like, you said this. I'm like, do I look like I said that? They're like, yeah, you're Nick, you said that. And I'm like, no, I did not.
I had a crush on this girl that I was a friend of mine's cousin.
I had a crush on this girl that was a friend of mine's cousin?
I think what this human is trying to say is that I had a crush on this girl that was a friend of my cousin. I don't know why they said mine's cousin.
No, I think it's the opposite. I think it's a...
Oh, okay. A friend that was a cousin of their friend.
Their friend's cousin.
That's the proper way to say it.
What the they say?
That was a friend's cousin. That's what we're going to say.
A friend of mine's?
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
At his 14th birthday party, and she had a helium balloon tied to her wrist. So I hatched a plan and not so subtly untied it a bit while talking to her so that it would float to the ceiling and only I could reach it for her because I was the tallest boy at the party. They're cooking. Let him cook. Let him cook.
What is he? Is like a what do they call him? Pickpocket? Like, you not so subtly tried to disarm this girl
Sleight of hand.
while the balloon is tied to her wrist. She's not going to notice someone just fidgeting with her wrist, and then the balloon going flying in the distance.
This is the best part. Except the ceiling was higher than I anticipated, so I had to stand on something and jump. And when I jumped, I farted, and when I farted, it was a wet one, and my jean shorts were white. They shat themselves jumping for a helium balloon that they untied as a trap to try to show that they're capable of something.
There were so many steps of things that
so
could have
many
gone
steps
wrong.
of failure.
This person was wearing white jeans. First, wrong. Don't do
White
that.
jean shorts.
Don't white jorts. Don't do do that.
Why jorts? Why white jorts? Why? This is a shame to your fellow tall peers.
If you're gonna wear jorts, own them as jorts. Don't wear white denim jorts.
Yeah, but wear proper blue jorts.
If you're gonna wear white denim jorts, don't your pants.
Step 1, don't pants.
This is like step 1, be attractive. Step 2, don't be unattractive. Step 1, don't your pants. Step 2, don't not your pants in front of a girl while wearing white jorts.
This is like that sex tip of like poop before or after, not during.
It applies to every part
I
of
really
life.
want to know why that person gave that tip too.
I think it's self-explanatory. Poop before or after, but not during. In every case. This guy shat the bed in every way.
If Paparazzi was there, he'd be chilling.
No, he'd be embarrassed because people would be taking photos.
But that would go viral.
In fact, I'm sure people did take photos of his white jorts being just brown stained.
Shit stained?
Yeah.
I used to pole dance on a lamppost outside a boy's house when I was 13. Why?
Is that it?
That's it, bro.
Oh. It's
Why?
not that bad, but it's weird. It's like, really?
13? On a
You
lamppost?
You shouldn't be pole
This is
dancing at
public.
13.
This is on someone's yard, basically.
Yeah, I'm
What are
imagining.
you gaining out of this?
I'm imagining this is like a regular like cul-de-sac kind of neighborhood, like houses within like 20 feet of each other.
Yeah.
And you're just at a street light in front of their house, just going like, "It's my birthday, dance moves."
Some dad comes out taking the trash out.
Yeah, like, people are walking their dogs, being like, "That girl's at it again."
Hey, Becky, your dumbass daughter's up to some weird
Someone disinfect that pole.
My crush was a kid who lived down the block from my house. I stole his dog from his yard and then went to his front door
Holy fuck.
to return it and get to talk to him. He said he saw me take it out of the yard. I avoided him after that.
You should have called the police
Fucking
on that
fail,
person,
dude.
What the actual?
Can you, dude?
This
You know,
person's a grifter. They knew what they were
like
fucking
when you're out
doing.
at a bar and you see a pretty girl and like maybe you have access to the bar directly in front of you, get a drink, but then you're gonna go out of your way to go around and get and land next to that girl that you caught your eye. This is the equivalent of that, but you stole someone's dog.
No, the equivalent of this. There's so many ways that you could do this. This is you see a girl at the bar that you like, and she's holding a drink with her friends. You go up and bump into her, knock her drink out of her hands, and pretend like you didn't do that. You're like, oh, holy. I'm so sorry. I wasn't paying attention. Here, let me buy you a new drink.
Okay.
Mischievous.
Okay. Oh, so I know what to do now. You see the dog in the street. You hit it with your car, and then you bring the dead dog to her, and you say, "Hey, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Let me get you a new one."
This is such a psychopathic behavior. That's what it seems like. Because this is on one side of the spectrum. It's like that. You knock a drink out of their hand and buy them a new drink. It's like, okay, it's just a drink. I have no sentimental value to this. You stole their dog. Well,
They saw you steal their dog.
why would you
You
steal their
fucked up
dog?
to talk to them. There's a better opener. You know what the better opener is? You knock on their door and you say, "Hi, I think you're cute."
This was everything. Everything is just
Everything's
talk.
better.
Just talk.
This is the last one, and I think this is phenomenal.
Oh no.
We had a foreign exchange student in my freshman year of high school. She was French and absolutely gorgeous. So naturally.
As the French are.
Yeah. Naturally, all of us boys were smitten with her. She was in choir and sang really well, so I figured I was a musician as well. That was my in with her. So I busted my ass and learned a love song from a very popular French opera. It took me a really long time to memorize, and I thought it'd be a bold gesture. So I sang it to her flawlessly. Sorry, thanks.
Uh-oh.
And asked her how she liked it, thinking that taking the effort to learn a love song in her language would be a great gesture.
Is she not French?
Well, that day I found out she was Swedish, not French.
Oh,
And
God.
Stupid.
Oh.
That's a big fail. That's actually a good gesture because this person didn't randomly pick up a guitar and like be like, I'm going to learn a guitar for this person. They already sang. This was in their wheelhouse. The big mistake is that they're a dumbass that can't tell a Swede from a French apart.
Well, it's not even tell them apart. It's like if you like this person in any capacity, try talking to them and be like, hey, so how was France? I'm not French.
Those languages aren't even similar. They're
How-
just both white European people.
How do you get the idea she's French? Learn this song, which probably took you a long time, not like a day, and still go and commit to sing it to them without talking to them at all and learn, oh, they're not French. Well, that would have been a big waste of time if I did that. Glad I asked. I can't blame them, though, because I made the same mistake.
You've made the same mistake?
Yeah.
What did you do?
That one time where I was really drunk and I talked to that girl who was French and I was saying Spanish words. I was like 19.
I remember a friend calling you out being like, you're a dumbass,
I was
dude.
like 19 and I was like so hammered. And she didn't really speak very much English at all.
No, very few words.
But she said like, I think one of her friends was like, she's like, we're French. And I tried like thinking like, okay, I know a few French words. And I think I may have started with like, je m'appelle. And then I went completely into
to be fair,
Spanish.
A French person would easily be able to pick up Spanish because all of the romantic languages are so similar. Like
I
my
feel
Romanian
like-
friend could pick up Italian easily.
Based on the circumstances of everything with that conversation, I think it was endearing.
Yeah, I don't think she cared about that much, given the circumstances.
Let's just say things didn't worked out well.
All right, well that's that for impressing your crushes.
Yeah, life lessons. Don't try to impress your crush ever
No,
at all. You will get crushed.
Impress your crush because it's fun.
Oh,
It's
for our amusement, yeah.
It's fun to have a crush. It's fun to have feelings for someone. Go for it. Swing and miss. That's life. Have experiences.
We're going to be the devil and the angel on your shoulder. Nick's going to say, go for it. I'm going to be like, no, never do that ever. Live alone in your house and never talk to a single person ever again. You'll be happier that way.
Do you guys have any stories that you'd like to share of your embarrassing attempts at impressing a crush that ended terribly?
Comment down below a time that your friend embarrassed themselves by talking to their crush, and let us know how it went.
Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.